We are live. Let me get some stuff going down. Welcome into Sports with Balls. Hey guys, we're doing a little audio check, man. Sorry if y'all are just tuning in. We've had some technical difficulties, but we're getting it all sorted out, man. Welcome into Sports with Balls. I am Jeff Michael. We are here at Christian's Tailgate, 2000 Bagby. I can hear myself, so I think it's going good. What do you think? Everything good to go? Everything should be good to go. All right, man. Welcome to Sports with Balls, y'all. I am Jeff Michael on a Monday evening, show 199. That's right, show 199. We are not at 200 just yet. What up, Kevin Anthony tuning in? Those of y'all tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, please like, share the show, leave your comments. I will get to them as soon as possible. Wow, what a weekend we had in sports. Been amazing. Can't wait to go over it. Listen, Christian's here with me. Enrique has got the week off. He had some stuff he's got to take care of, so he's got the week off, man. But I got Christian here helping me out with the show. Christian, you know what I did today, man? I had to go do that man stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I did. I had to go get I don't even know how you would explain it. There's different ways to explain it, but I had to go to the proctologist, I guess you would say. 45 years old now, and everything's starting to break down, so I had to go make sure that everything is good. They drew blood out of my arm and tested me for all sorts of different stuff, man. I'll tell you what, that is a nerve-wracking thing to do because you don't know, like, what they're going to come back and tell you. You're 45, you're like, oh, you know, is something wrong with your prostate? Is your thyroid okay? Is your heart okay? But, man, whew. Teresa A. Reddy, thank you for tuning in. Kevin Anthony, thank you for tuning in. Like, share the show. Lauren will be back Thursday, guys. She's out of town, as always. We got some incredible news to tell you guys on Thursday about the show. It's about to get a lot bigger than it is right now, and by a lot, I mean a lot. And I've got some personal news to share with you guys later about sports with what I'm doing as well, man. So great, crazy things going on, man. But let's jump into some sports. Welcome in to Sports with Balls. We are over here at Christian's Tailgate. Get down here if you can. Be here for the next hour. Incredible drinks. My kids are over here eating nachos, having beverages, man. Not adult beverages, obviously. But speaking of kids and adults, man, graduation week this week. I have been to 2 graduation parties, and I had no idea that I knew this many friends with 18-year-old kids. I had no clue. My feed is full of people that are at graduations this whole week, man. It's crazy, dude. Everybody is graduating. Enrique, what's going down? He's on the feed. If y'all want to talk to Enrique, you guys leave a message. He's on the feed. He's taking the week off due to some personal things Enrique's got going on, man. But welcome into Sports with Balls. Here we go. Major League Baseball today, man. Let's just start off like this because the games are about to start. Well, the Pirates and Rockies and Cubs and Orioles and Yankees have already started. But at 6:20, I'm going to give you guys some bets. All right? Let's just start off the show with some betting because I did win a little bit yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now. Take the Minnesota Twins in 30 minutes to beat the Detroit Tigers. They're at home. They're minus 230. Just do a minus a run and a half. All right? So it ends up being even. They got Chris Archer, he's 0-1 with a 4.10 ERA, but he's going up against Ivalde Rodriguez, who's 13.50 ERA, and it's the Detroit Tigers, bro. The Twins are going to run over them. So if you got some money, you got a betting site, go to the Twins, bro. Bet on the Twins. The Blue Jays-Cardinals game, that's going to be rough. I would take Arizona over the Kansas City Royals tonight. There's a great series that's starting this evening in the Brewers in San Diego. The Milwaukee Brewers are taking on the San Diego Padres. 26-15 versus 27-14. Incredible baseball game. The Padres are outstanding right now without their number one hitter. The Padres are doing very, very good things, and they're not even at full strength. So watch out for them later on in the season. I would it's an even bet. That line is dead even. So if Brewers or Padres, that's up to you. Coin toss. Athletics at the Mariners. I'm going to go ahead and say take Seattle. Seattle's got Gonzalez. Well, no, you know what? I'm not touching that game either. That one's a pretty close one. So I'm going to leave that alone. The Mets and Giants are later on. Cobb versus Peterson. I would take the Mets in that. But the game that I'm telling you to take right now, if you got 30 minutes, you only have 20 to 30 minutes left before this game starts. Take the Twins over the Tigers. Go minus the 1.5. That's going to be a stomping. All the other games have already started. The Astros and Guardians kick off tonight too, but the Guardians have McKenzie going, and that kid is not bad against Garcia for the Astros. The Astros have been playing great lately, but they've been having a little bit of an issue with their offense. Their offense has been very, very stagnant. Now, their pitching has been stellar, and that's why they keep winning, but they're winning 2-1, 3-2, very, very close games. And I mentioned this the other night with somebody about Verlander. Verlander has to be – I need to look this stat up. I don't know where I would find it, but I'm going to go find – Kevin Anthony, I know you're listening out there. Try to find this stat about run support. Justin Verlander is obviously leading for Cy Young vote in the American League. He's absolutely phenomenal this year. But over the past 2-3 years with the Astros, his run support is like he has to win, like he has to throw a shutout, almost complete game shutout every time because his run support is terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. And it happens to him every game. And I know this because I place bets all the time, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, Verlander's pitching. This has got to be an easy game, right? Got to be easy for Verlander. But, man, somehow he throws a gem, and the Astros only give him 1 run or 2 runs maximum. It's never like a 7-8 run lead with Verlander. Never. I don't understand it. Verlander threw something like 16 scoreless innings. This was like 2-3 starts ago, and two starts in a row, obviously, and they only won 1 of the games. Crazy, because it's just no run support. I'll have to look that up. I got to look it up. But welcome into Sports with Balls. I am Jeff Michael. Lauren is out. She will be back Thursday for our 200th episode. Cannot wait for that. Excited for that, man. 200 episodes. And got some killer news coming up about Sports with Balls that we'll tell you on Thursday as well when Lauren gets here. Speaking of Major League Baseball, scoring runs, and the Astros, listen, if you're here in Houston and you need an attorney, call attorney Brian White, 713-500-5000. Best phone number in the business, 713-500-5000. Real attorney with real results. This guy gets it done, man. He's amazing. Also, speaking of getting it done, Corey Fitz over there at Fitz Roofing, 832-521-3001. They just came out, did my roof a couple months ago. They've been fantastic, bro. Unbelievable roofing company. He's HARCA certified, just a baller, man. Absolute baller. Corey Fitz at fitzroofing.com. That's FITZ roofing.com. Texas, Tennessee, doesn't matter. Guys got you covered. Let's get into some sports, man. No, Thomas Kim, sorry. We had another episode that we did. So the reason, listen, so Thomas Kim asked this is not 200 because episode 195 was when we did the Astros game live, and I did that with Mike. So that wasn't really a Sports with Balls. So I'm going to wait till Thursday when Lauren gets here, and we'll do 200 on Thursday, guys. So get ready for Thursday night. We will have episode 200 live for you guys on Thursday night. Can't wait. Excited for that. Plus, like I said, killer news about the show coming up. It's going to get longer, and it's going to get better, and it's going to be more people involved. Stoked. All right, y'all. So the main thing everybody's talking about really right now is the NBA and these boring-ass playoffs, man. I know I know if you're a sports fan, you've watching it. And I told y'all to watch it. I understand a lot of people are against the NBA. I get it. But it is the conference finals, and these games should be interesting. But the fact of the matter is they're just not. And now, injuries everywhere, especially in the Miami and Boston series. Like, that's crazy. We'll get into Golden State and Dallas in a minute. Miami and Boston, everybody's hurt. Everybody's hurt. And Boston is down in the series now 2-1. They play tonight. They're favored by 7 points tonight. Boston is. It's Boston -7. I'm shocked. The only way, let me see real quick because they haven't come out with anything that says that Butler's going to miss this game. If Butler misses the game, do a parlay bet on Minnesota and Boston like right now. I'm trying to find out if Butler's playing or not. Let me see right here. Jimmy Butler day to day. No, see, he's like if Butler plays, I don't bet on that game. Or I take Miami plus the 7 points for sure. Right now, Butler, Kyle Lowry, Max Struss, Gabe Vincent, PJ Tucker, all day today. Boston Celtics, Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's going to play. Look, he rolled his ankle really bad. Missed 5 minutes of the game, 10 minutes total, I think. He came back out, played. He actually made a few jump shots and looked pretty decent. Aaron Judge just cranked a homer for New York. Wow. 418 feet, 112-mile-an-hour exit velocity. Bam. That's Yordan Alvarez's. But back to basketball. Miami Heat in Boston tonight. Boston -7. Man, that game's at 7:30 Central Time in 1 hour. You know what I'm going to do? Right now, well, I need to know if Butler's playing. If anybody else has information out there, if Jimmy Butler's playing or not, guys, let me know. Because I'm about to place a big parlay bet on Minnesota and Miami. I'll take Miami plus those 7 points all day long. I think the Celtics, they've either ran out of gas or just relied too much on Jason Tatum. I don't know what happened, but the Miami's, they beat them in Boston. This is a must-win game for Boston. Must win. They'll go down 3-1 in the series. They'll be heading back to Miami regardless. If Jimmy Butler's healthy and Tyler Hero, has he not made a lot of money just with this offseason, what he's doing? Whoa. Not offseason, but during the playoffs. Like, Tyler Hero, if y'all didn't think Miami was a good basketball team, I'm not saying great because, look, I'm not judging anything on the bubble. The bubble was the Disney championship, Mickey Mouse championship, whatever you want to say by LeBron James and the Lakers, whatever. But Miami played incredible. They played great. And now here they are, 2 wins away from going back to the NBA Finals. And the only person that most people know on the Miami Heat is who? Butler. That's it. I mean, most people don't not know Tyler Hero, but I mean, dude, he's putting on a show, man. Putting on a show. And Kyle Lowry, they're doing all of this with Kyle Lowry he's missed 5 of the last 7 games. He's only played in 2 of them. Kid's on fire, bro. Who did Miami beat to get here? Look what they did. Miami Heat. If you're going to ask me who I want to play the Golden State Warriors, because right now it is going to be the Golden State Warriors. There's only one. There's not even an option. Dallas is not going to win 4 games in a row. We'll get to that in a second. If you're going to ask me who I want, like, to see, of course, if you're an NBA guru and you own stock in the NBA, you probably want Boston to go. Probably. I told you they've only won 1 championship in 35 years, bro. That's crazy. But I want to see Miami versus Golden State. I think that would be at least competitive in the NBA Finals. And that's what you want, right? I think Golden State blows Boston out of the door. I don't think they could even come close, like, at all. Wow. So a minute ago, I asked Kevin Anthony to look up Verlander's run support, guys. And this is crazy. Kevin Anthony comes back. He messages, by the way, if you guys are watching on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you're watching, YouTube, on LinkedIn, put your questions down. I'll get to them whenever I can, but look at this answer. Verlander's runs allowed per 9 innings this season so far is 1.22. Runs allowed. Kevin, look, I'm not worried about his runs allowed. I'm worried about run support. How many runs did the Astros score when Verlander's pitching? And it's not just this year. It's the years before and before. Like, man, it's crazy. Like, every time he pitches, it's like the 7th inning and it's a 0-0 or 1-0 game. And I'm like, what? And the game before, they'll score 9 runs or they'll score 11 runs or even 6 or 5 for that matter. But when Verlander's pitching, for some reason, the Astros do not score runs. Kevin says he's trying to find he's looking for run support. I've watched all of Verlander's starts, really, and it's shocking, man. Like, it's absolutely shocking. And then, of course, I put money on the Astros -1.5, right? And every time they allow 1 run in the 8th or 9th inning, and it screws up my -1.5, but whatever. Anyways, back to the Heat and Celtics tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Boston -7. Man, I'm going to do that right now, dude. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to take Minnesota, and I'm going to take Minnesota and Miami. And let me see what a $15 just or a $20 parlay pays me to take Miami, and I'll take them straight up to win. If I just think that Miami's doing well, I'll take them straight up to win, and I'll take minus the 1.5 on Minnesota. So let's see what we got here. I would give y'all the name of this site, but they're not paying me yet, so I'm not going to do it. All right. They have it locked out right now. Come on. They won't even give me the spread on the Miami-Boston game yet because I think it's dependent on Jimmy Butler. Man. Tomorrow night's game, though, between Golden State and Dallas, right now sits at Golden State plus a point. Right now it's dead even on the money line. And I think Golden State in Dallas. No, I take that back. Because remember Golden State and Memphis blew them out by like 30 or 40 points, and then they went back to Golden State and closed it out. I think Golden State they take off tomorrow night. I give Dallas that game. I really do. I think Golden State takes that game off. They wait till they go home, and then they blow them out, and then they're resting. I really do. I think Golden State takes that game off. I bet Dallas wins by 20 tomorrow night. That's what I would think. Tonight, though, every one of these games has been, man, I hate to say terrible, but they've been pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. They're not entertaining at all. Steph Curry's putting them to sleep, and then the Golden State was up by, I think, 20. It just, Miami and Boston, just blowouts left and right, man, and I just don't, it's not, the series before this, the Golden State-Memphis series and the Boston-Milwaukee series, like those were fun, interesting, balls to the wall basketball games. Now you've got some pretty boring basketball up until the finals. And I know that the NBA wants Boston and Golden State. I want Miami. I want Miami and Golden State to play in the finals. That's watchable basketball. 100% watchable basketball. I'm all over that. I'm just fine with that. We'll get back to that later, man. Welcome into Sports with Balls. Those of y'all just tuning in, we were just going over some NBA playoff stuff, some conference final stuff, and some baseball scores and what I would bet on. But as soon as they pop up that line on Boston, Miami, I'm taking that bet. If not, I'm going to just do Minnesota, which starts in like 10 minutes. Minnesota, that's a good bet. I might just do that now. I wish they'd pop up. Man, come on, y'all. Oh, there it is. All right, Miami plus 230. I'm taking it. All right, let's do it. And then let's go over here to MLB. Where's the MLB now? Uh-oh. There it is. Let's see what I get paid on minus a run and a half with Milwaukee. Oh no, sorry, Minnesota. There we go. Minus 115. Parlay bet $20. Let's do it. $20 wins me 103. Bam. Is in. There we go. All right. Another thing happened this weekend. Justin Thomas wins the PGA Championship, which was interesting the first 3 rounds for me, not only because Tiger Woods was in it, but there was a no-name South American that was coming up here. Like, he was amazing. He was shooting amazing. And you had some pretty high-profile guys in the mix. Like, it was good golf. It was really good golf. I thought the tournament was a little wacky. I don't know if a lot of y'all watched it, but they were teeing off at a couple of holes over the green of guys that were putting on the green, and it was for a PGA Championship. I just thought it was very weird. I thought it was very, very weird. Justin Thomas, though, completes the second largest comeback in PGA history to win his second major, and both of them being the PGA Championship. Gutsy performance on the second playoff hole, drills the drive 410 yards to land it on the green in between two bunkers. A beautiful golf shot. 2 putts to take a 1-shot lead. Then all he had to do was par 18. on the 3-hole playoff, and he wins. And I just it was fun golf. A lot of y'all might not like watching golf. I love watching golf. It's very entertaining. Now, I will tell you this. If I get my way here in the near future, I'm going to announce some golf pretty soon. And I think I would make it a lot more entertaining. Like a lot more entertaining. But we'll see. It was fun. It was in Oklahoma. The wind was there. Will Zalatoris was the guy that was playing Justin Thomas. And this guy can hit the golf ball. I mean, flat out hit the golf ball. Justin Thomas came back. He gets into a playoff after Pierre falls on 18. The pressure got to him. He even said the pressure got to him. But he shot amazing. He had a 5-stroke lead going into the final day, but he lost it, obviously. Justin Thomas and Zalatoris go into the 3-hole playoff. Thomas comes up victorious. But Will Zalatoris, if his putting gets any better, he'll win a lot of golf tournaments. His putting was just terrible, but the guy can hit the golf ball. It's unbelievable. I guess the big story of the weekend was Tiger pulling out. Tiger pulls out after round 3, after shooting, I think it was a +8 or +9. And we noticed him limping on Thursday. He gutted out a decent performance on Thursday, and it was even a better performance on Friday on the back 9. He had to birdie in order to get under the cut, and he did. And then he parred out to stay 1 under the cut line. I think it was +4, and Tiger finished at +3 on Friday. So you felt good about him going into Saturday, but it was rough to watch. It was rough to watch Tiger struggle out there, and him being my favorite athlete and wanting him to win so bad maybe blinded me to what is actually going on with him. Will he ever be able to compete? 1 round, yes. 2 rounds, it looks maybe, but man, noticeable limps and struggling to get around the course. And his drive, like he's going to have long irons into some of these holes that these guys are shooting pitching wedges into. And he's way behind those guys in driving distance. And his short game's going to have to get a lot better. His strength is going to have to get a lot better. We all know he's going to try to play in the Open at St. Andrews, which is a flat course, which will help him. But man, if he doesn't, I guess if you're looking for a positive out of Tiger over the weekend, you got to say that he made the cut in both the Masters and the PGA Championship. He made the cut, and there's a lot of people that didn't. Look, Dustin Johnson did. Dustin Johnson didn't. I mean, there's a ton of players that did not make the cut, and Tiger did. So at least, but then, man, he shot terrible, absolutely terrible. I was all about some John Daly. John Daly, man, woo! I love that guy. Maybe because he's from Memphis too, but I absolutely love him. Thomas Kim, kind of tired of Golden State. Yeah, I think everybody is. Plus, Draymond already barking at refs. Gets old. Look, they're a dynasty. Golden State's a dynasty. And, again, if you're looking for great basketball, you want to see Miami. And now, look, I just placed a bet, so I really want to see Miami win tonight. They're plus 230. Holy crap. I'll take it. I only put $20 down. I won 100. I took Miami and I took Minnesota. And Minnesota, I think they first pitch is in like 4 minutes. So if you want to get on that, do it. Thomas Kim says if Daly gets a cart, why doesn't Tiger? Daly has a medical exemption. He's got arthritis. It's not rheumatoid. It's something osteoarthritis or something like that. So he doesn't get in all the tournaments. The PGA Championship does allow him to get a tournament. I thought it was one of the funniest things to watch, though, was John Daly cruising down with his cigarettes in his golf cart, man, and his Diet Cokes, and he's driving his golf cart down the hole, and his caddy has his clubs and just walking down like, wow, it's hysterical. But that's John Daly. If anybody else did that, what was that kid's name? Started with a T that tried it. He tried to get an exemption. Yeah, he like hurt his leg. I forget his name. And everybody, dude, there were so many people all over that kid for trying to get a card a few years ago. But he ended up not getting. Well, he's not in the PGA Tour anymore. That's for sure. But we'll see what happens with Tiger. I really want Tiger Woods to get it together. I hope that he can at least contend and stay in the top 20 in some of these tournaments coming up. I don't know where. I get it that he's just now coming back and this is only his second tournament back, and it's Tiger Woods, and he's probably going to get better. But man, that third round was brutal to watch. He barely could put pressure on his leg, and I just, you got to wonder how bad that leg is. Like, how bad is his leg and ankle? And is he ever going to be able to generate? He needs to generate more power. I'm sorry. He's almost playing, and I hate to say this, y'all know, he's almost playing at senior tour level. He could probably be really, really good at the senior tour. We know that. But he goes, they don't hit that far. Tiger, he's gonna have to generate some power somewhere. He's in shape. We all look at his shirt. He's in shape. Tiger Woods is in shape for sure. But he can't move his legs like he used to. He can't. And then he's limping around the course. It's a struggle to watch. And we'll see. We'll see if he gets it together. But congratulations on Justin Thomas winning his second PGA championship, and with his dad, which was awesome. Very, 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 very cool to watch with Justin Thomas, man. And other news in golf, not going to stay on this, but Jack Nicklaus is sued by his own company. I don't know if y'all watch this, man, but he's being sued a lot of money. A lot. Legendary golfer Jack Nicklaus being sued by the Nicklaus Companies, which says it paid the 8-time champion $145 million in May of 2007 for exclusive rights to his golf course design. Basically, he has to go through them when he designs anything or does anything. Well, apparently he breached that contract with his own company and has been basically advising other people on golf courses, and they're suing him for a lot of money. Maybe he should have taken that $100 million from the Dubai tournament, or maybe he will. Who knows? That's a lot of money. That is a ton of money. But it's Jack. I'm sure he's got great attorneys. I would expect him to fully get out of that. Fully. All right, y'all. Let's get into some other stuff. Some NFL, which is coming up, and some interesting news today. Well, two things happened, right? It's not too interesting. Kyler Murray did not report. We knew that was going to happen. And the other player that did not report is Baker Mayfield, and we knew that was not going to happen. Baker Mayfield's in a very, very interesting situation. We don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson. We've talked about that. We have no clue about what's going to go down. And he's owed a bunch of money. Financially, I think Baker's in a great position. But does he want to play football? We all know that the one thing that people are pissed off about with Baker is the locker room issues. He's not a good teammate, apparently. And I think we knew that at Oklahoma, right? Grabbing his nutsack, flipping off fans, running around, being a jackass. He's one of the top best 32 quarterbacks in the world. We know that because he made a roster. So if anybody needs him, it would be Seattle or Carolina, I would think. But even they're not on him. There's still rumors out there. Seattle, in their rebuild mode, whatever you want to call it, the Seattle Seahawks have their two quarterbacks listed at Drew Lock and Geno Smith. You're not going to tell me that Baker Mayfield is not better than either one of those, because he is. 100% he is. I think it's about eating that contract. Nobody wants to eat up that contract. And the Carolina Panthers are in the mix for Baker Mayfield. Those are the only two teams. That's it. But they just drafted Matt Corral from Ole Miss. So do you want Matt Corral, the guy you just drafted, to work under Baker Mayfield? Is that your role model? Like, whoa. So Seattle, they can still have a chance to get Baker. I think Carolina still has a chance to get Baker. Nick Foles today, speaking of quarterbacks, Nick Foles signs with the Indianapolis Colts, goes and gets back with his offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, from when they won in 2017, when they won the Super Bowl together. And he's back up to Matt Ryan. In my opinion, Nick Foles will be the starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts by week 8. I think they'll do good. I think Jonathan Taylor's an incredible running back, and they've got great wide receivers. I think Nick Foles, at this point in his career, has a better cannon than Matt Ryan. This is, I mean, y'all might think I'm crazy, dude. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I think Nick Foles will start in Indianapolis. That's his old coach. They know each other well. Matt Ryan, I think, is at the end of his career. Obviously, I don't think his arm strength is that good. And, man, I like Nick Foles. Go get Fitzpatrick. Somebody please go get Fitzpatrick and make him a starter again. I'm just kidding. No, I love Ryan Fitzpatrick, but no, he can't be a starter. Not anymore, man. Not anymore. That's some NFL news we got going on today, and I cannot wait. Pretty soon, the NFL. What's the NFL schedule? Let me see this real quick. How long do we have till this thing kicks off, man? Let's go to scores. Preseason. Where's the Hall of Fame game? Hall of Fame game, August 4th. We got to make it through June and July, guys. June and July. At the end of July, you'll have, at the end of July, we'll start getting really fired up. The NFL is on hiatus at this point. Jaguars and Raiders kick off NFL Thursday, August 4th, 2022 in Canton, Ohio for the Hall of Fame game. Jaguars got Travis Etienne back today. Speaking of them, he is full participant in their OTAs, and he had a Liz Frank fracture on his foot, which caused him to miss an entire season last year. This kid obviously played for Clemson, was Trevor Lawrence's teammate and running back. Them two together, Jaguars going to win more than 3 games this year. The Jaguars will win more than 3 games this year. Kevin Anthony came back, said Verlander, this is about what we were talking about earlier with Justin Verlander's run support. 6-1 this year. The Astros have scored 29 runs in those 7 games, so 4.14 average. I think that's a little inflated because I think one of those games was probably a good one, but the other ones were really close. But he only gets 4 runs a game. I don't know what the league average is for your starting pitcher on run support, but every time that Verlander pitches, man, it just seems like he gets 0 run support, man. 0. We were talking about Nick Foles and some NFL stuff, the Hall of Fame game coming up, man. Football, I told you, is on a hiatus. There's some kind of interesting news if you really, really want to go digging for it, but you don't. The Heisman Trophy odds this year in 2022, C.J. Stroud, Ohio State, plus 300. Bryce Young, plus 350. Now, he would be my pick for Heisman. The kid looked incredible for Alabama last year. And this is why I talked to the Houston Texans fans because we're in Houston. And I'm like, man, everybody is a Davis Mills supporter. But do the Houstons tank and go for Bryce Young? Holy crap, I would. That kid looks like the real deal. Even C.J. Stroud. If I'm Texans, like, you putting all your stock in Davis Mills, or if you go 0-3, do you call it a day and go for one of these kids? Because if you're going to give me Davis Mills or Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, I'm taking Bryce Young. I am. Thomas Kim, here's a question. Why is NFL suspended Deshaun Watson when he hasn't been criminally charged and hasn't been found guilty? It's because of the NFL rules. It's their policies, and whether he broke the NFL's rules and not necessarily the rules of the United States or the state of Texas in his case. The NFL has certain policies that they go by, and Deshaun Watson 100% has violated those policies. It's a matter of how much he violated those. They don't go off of what criminal aspect that the courts do. Obviously, they have their own set and they have their own investigators, which is obviously they got a lot of money to pour into that. So they haven't suspended him yet. A suspension is coming. You have to think that he's violated something, especially with that girl crying the other day, man. Did y'all see that? Man. And he even admitted he was sorry and what he did and text back, I apologize and sorry it made you feel uncomfortable. Like, what? You did something wrong. Like, they're going to suspend you for something. And for how long? I don't know. And The NFL has to be really, really careful about how they handle that situation. What if they say 6 games? People are going to come back pissed off. Trevor Bauer is suspended for 2 years. And Deshaun Watson has 22 cases against him. Now, not criminal. They didn't find enough evidence. Cases were too old, but civil cases. I think they have to give him a year, right? Right? Then he appeals. They uphold it, and he's gone for the whole year, I would think. And that would be 2 full seasons. Deshaun Watson hadn't played football in over a year. If he's suspended next year, that'll be 2 full seasons with no football. 0. And then you're going to make him does that make you play longer and you're not, as injury prone? You got 2 years of no football under your belt? I mean, I don't know. I don't know where he comes up for that. That is. And if you're Cleveland, you guaranteed him $230 million. You got Baker Mayfield on the hook for 18. You're trying to get rid of him. Just keep Baker. I mean, I get it that Baker Mayfield probably doesn't want to play for Cleveland at this point, but it might even be a great situation for him too. Play half the season, then get traded. Because right now, Cleveland, with all their offensive talent, with their running backs and what they have going on over there, their defense, they just signed Clowney back. Now, I'm not saying Clowney's going to make or break the season for the Cleveland Browns, but they signed Clowney. They've got all this talent. They're about to waste a whole year with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback. Or you mend your little issues you got with Baker. Maybe win some football games. Who knows? Maybe make the playoffs. Baker made the playoffs. He beat Pittsburgh in a playoff game. One of the biggest wins in Cleveland Brown history. I would keep Baker. I mean, I understand you're trying to save money, man, but you're already under it. Caleb Williams at plus 1,000 Heisman Trophy odds. Tyler Van Dyke. It goes down the list after that. Tyler Van Dyke. Jackson Dart for Ole Miss. Wow. There you go. Travion Henderson, who's a stud at Ohio State. Then you got Quinn Ewers for UT, JT Daniels for West Virginia, and Bijan Robinson for UT as well. But CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, they lead the pack for Heisman Trophy candidates for your 2022 season, which coming up sooner than later, man. Coming up sooner than later. I cannot wait. Real quick, we were talking about the PGA golf tournament. By the way, I've told y'all about this product a bunch already, man, but Clean Athlete, I just ordered 4 bottles of it. 400 squirts per bottle on this stuff. I spray it on my kids every morning, every night when they go out. A lot of kids, a lot of people are getting sick nowadays. And y'all hear about this new monkey crap? Monkey virus? What in the dude? By the way, don't if y'all look up this monkey stuff, look at where it is and who spreads it. All right, before everybody freaks out. It just golly. Anything to make the news these days, man. Holy crap, dude. But if you don't want to catch the monkey, call Steven at cleanfight.com, 281-733-4150, or go to thecleanathlete.org. That's thecleanathlete.org. Get you some bottles of this. This stuff is flat out amazing. It's made butcher. It's a natural spray. My mom got bit by a spider the other night, and she sprayed it on. Never itched, anything like that. On your sunburns, you can use it on anything. The stuff is flat out amazing. Go order your bottle right now. 400 squirts per bottle. Steven over there, my man, he might be on the show again pretty soon, man. So get your bottle of Clean Athlete. Stuff is amazing. And like I said, he was over at this PGA Championship all weekend. Check out what these players, man, how much they won. Justin Thomas wins $2.7 million. That'll make you that makes your year. And plus he gets an exemption for I think 15 years to the PGA. Will Zalatoris, second place, 1.62. Mito Pereira, who, man, golly, he ties Cameron Young. What an incredible story, Cameron Young. That if y'all haven't seen it, was on ESPN. If y'all haven't seen the Cameron Young story, go check that out. But Mito Pereira, who had the lead by 5 shots going into Sunday, wins a cool $870,000. So does Cameron Young. Matthew Fitzpatrick, 530. Tommy Fleetwood down the list. Rory McIlroy, who had the first round lead, ends up at -2, wins 436. I think the surprise to me of the whole tournament was Bubba Watson. He played incredible. He didn't even finish, though, in the top 23, but Bubba Watson, round 3, shot 64. Unbelievable in those conditions, and he was fun to watch. Webb Simpson down there. Stuart Sink also. Old-ass Stuart Sink putting it together. Oh, it was 2 over and won $129,000. The reason I bring this up is because I the guys that made the cut, right? So there's a cut line. I think golf is one of the only sports where you're not guaranteed money. You have to spend all this money on your hotel, your flights, your rental cars, like everything that you do to go to these tournaments. And the only way you make money is if you make the cut after Thursday and Friday. Well, I looked at the money that these guys made. The guys that finished last after the cut, like $20,000. $20,000. Like, I guarantee you, they spent more than that in flights and hotels and for the PGA Championship, their family, like friend, like holy crap, they only made $20,000. If you finished tied for 23rd in the PGA Championship, there's only 4 majors a year, and this is one of them. You only win $129,000. I know that sounds weird, right? You only win. These are professionals, man. These guys should. You would think they make a lot more than that. But if that's your only tournament that you win all year, it's only $129,000. Golf is an expensive sport. You're going to be traveling a lot. Crazy. Absolutely insane. But Justin Thomas walks off with the trophy and a cool, what was it, $2.7 million. Now, of course, you win. You're gonna make some change. He did very good. Anyways, welcome everybody listening out there to Sports with Balls. Those of y'all that are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. This is episode 199. Episode 200 will be on Thursday. Lauren will be here. We have incredible news to share with you guys, man. I cannot wait for Thursday, bro. Cannot wait. Kevin Anthony's chiming in. I don't know what he's talking about on there. Enrique said he might have to start golfing again. Welcome in, y'all. Tuning in. Enrique, odds of Verlander winning the Cy Young sit at plus 500. If it was plus 1,000, I think I'd do it. Plus 500, I mean, look, I think Verlander's got it, right? I don't. The Astros are playing good baseball. They're only going to get better. I really think that Verlander wins the Cy Young, like at 40 years old, man. Jeez. Way to go, Verlander. Woo! Welcome in, y'all. Sports with Balls. I'm Jeff Michael. Again, Lauren will be back here on Thursday for show number 200. Tonight, we talked about this earlier. Miami and Boston. I'm going to look this up for you guys real quick. Let's see if they have got him listed at playing or not. I just want to see if Jimmy Butler's playing tonight. I mean, that changes the entire game, obviously. Full injury report. Let's go. I mean, the game's only 30 minutes away. You would think that I think he's in the lineup. I haven't seen him out, so my bet may win, guys. My bet may win. I told y'all. So tonight you got Boston minus 6.5 now. It was 7 when we started the show. Over under at 205. It's in Boston. Miami leads the series 2-1. They've looked really, really good, especially Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler is averaging 21.4. Tatum at 26.9. I just think Boston's hurt, man. I think Boston is hurt. They've got a lot of players that just when this series is over and Boston loses, or if they lose, you're going to see Boston come out and say, this player was hurt, this player was hurt, this player was hurt. Miami's up too. This is a must win. Boston has got to win this game tonight or this series is over. Now we can shift. I told you earlier we talk a little bit about this Dallas Golden State, but there's not a whole lot to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Luka? When Luka scores 40, the Mavericks are 0-3. So if you're a Maverick fan, you don't want Luka to score 40 points. I don't know where else to go with that series. It's 3-0 Golden State. They've got 4 games to win one. A series is over. It is over. Good night, Dallas. After you took the Phoenix Suns to 7 games. Beat them. And now you're getting run out of the building by the Golden State Warriors and making them look like it's 2014. They're not shooting that good. It's not like Klay Thompson's going off. He's not. Dallas is making Steph look like he's 20 years old again. He had 2 assists last night in the third quarter. They're not playing that good basketball. Dallas just has one player and one player only. And that's it. Everybody was talking about, Dallas is role players. They look great. Do they? Because they're nowhere. Dallas is done. It's over. Golden State leads 3-0. They will play tomorrow night in Dallas, which I think Golden State lays an egg. I think they just take the game off because why wouldn't they? And that'll be a rest game for them. They'll come back Thursday night in Golden State, and that series is over. And if you're an NBA fan or even like watching the NBA in the playoffs like me, who do you want to win this Miami? Because it's Golden State versus what? Miami or Boston? Who do you want to win? Miami all day long. That would be the only interesting series I could possibly see going on. Boston's too hurt. Golden State's way too good. I'm sure the NBA wants it to go 7 games with Boston. And that would, in Golden State, it would be awesome for them, I guess. But look, guys, we're live at Christian's Tailgate down here, Sports with Balls. Lauren will be back Thursday for our 200th episode. Cannot wait for that, man. Christian's Tailgate, 5 area locations, man. Get them on your Uber Eats or whatever food app that you get your food from. Incredible food. Get some drinks. Get over here. 2000 Bagby at the one here in Midtown. But like I said, there's 5 locations. Hook it up. Attorney Brian White, man. A lot of y'all went down to Galveston this weekend, and a lot of y'all got in trouble. I had a friend of mine 2 weeks ago say, do you want to go to for those of y'all listening that are not from Houston or Texas or Galveston, it's called Topless Weekend, but it's for Jeep tops. It's an absolute disaster. And it was over 100 people arrested. Anyways, I think 8 people died. Crazy. So anyways, you get in trouble, call attorney Brian White, 713-500-5000. But try not to, man. Jeez. Lots of storms lately, including tomorrow night here in Texas. 832-521-3001, fitzroofing.com, FITZroofing.com. Corey over there, Harka certified. Tennessee or Texas, man. The guy is on it. And I told y'all earlier, Steven over there at cleanfight.com or go to thecleanathlete.org. Go get some of this stuff. It's fantastic, bro. I'm telling you, I spray it on my face every morning. I spray it on my kids so they don't spread germs. It is unbelievable stuff. It's all natural, no chlorine. Steven has got an incredible product over there, man. Thank you for doing all of this, dude. One last thing before we get off of here. Michael Vick said this past week that he was joining the fan-favored or fan play-calling league. I was excited to see this. He's 41 years old. He just posted a video of him throwing a football out of USC Stadium again. Like, man, I thought it was real. I thought Vic was on it, and I wanted to see this. I wanted to see Mike Vick out there. Turns out he said thank you for the offer, but he is not going to play football again. Oh, man. Who didn't want to see Mike Vick running around the field again? Because, dude, he's still athletic. He's got a cannon. Mike Vick, that would have been awesome to see, but Mike Vick said thanks, but he's not going to play football again, and that hurt. It was gut-wrenching because I wanted to see Vic do it, man. Also, this is interesting for the Lakers. This is how bad the Lakers have fallen. Juwan Howard has turned down an offer to become the Lakers' new head coach. Turned it down. Obviously, he's coaching in Michigan right now, and he got in trouble for slapping a dude on the sideline this past year, but he turns down the Lakers job. Who in their right mind, that's how bad a position the Lakers are in. Who turns down to coach the LA Lakers? Especially if you're Juwan Howard. Holy man. Unbelievable. Look, like and share the show, guys. Listen, thank you guys for watching Sports with Balls. We are going to be back on Thursday with our 200th show Lauren, Leal will be here. Got incredible news for you on Thursday. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in to Sports with Balls, man. We'll see you guys Thursday.